Welcome, comrades. It is a glorious, gracious day in our glorious, gracious motherland. And today I have taken over in the Zipline radio podcast. And my guest is the one and only, the incredible, the most annoying curry muncher I have ever met. The one creator of this Hellforce army we are all part of. And also one of the most iconic currimenters in the entire CPA community. Also, the creator and legend in the Hellforce Army. The original Zipline radio podcast host, and the one who wasted everyone's time by attending this podcast. So mine. Everyone, please give it up for. Well, to be honest, I don't care if you welcome him or not. Hello, Sam.
Hello, Elb. Thank you for putting all the heart and make me feel as welcome as possible. I am so comfortable. You have taken my position.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's not the goal here, but oh well. So, do I press this button? Wait. Wait, no. That's not okay. First, let's see. Sam, how are you doing? How does it feel being in the gas seat this time?
Honestly, you know how when you sit on a chair for a really long time and it starts to get more accustomed to you in very subtle ways? Yeah, it's like that, but not anymore. Seriously, this chair is not accommodating my massive penguin posterior. One bit. But other than that, I'm pretty chill. Excited to be here.
I see. Well, I'm pretty sure we chose the most uncomfortable chair for you. Because, those chairs are uncomfortable.
Oh, I see. So that's why I feel two nails digging for the fabric and... Yeah, so where is the budget going? Is that what I've been subjecting my guests to?
Carry on. Can you please tell us how did you come by the Hellforce and why did you get interested in this place?
That was a long while. Well, Club Penguin Online was a thing, because I think it shut down. So I joined the Discord server. I don't recall why. I think it was just morbid curiosity at the time. Oh yeah, no, I remember why. I found a glitch in one of the puzzle games where you have to herd them into a little wooden box, like fence. I found a glitch, so I wanted to report it, and while I was in the server, preparing the video to send to the moderators, someone invited me to the help force. I didn't understand, but I guess I was sleep deprived enough to be like, what the hell? I got in, and just that time, we were already in the Silver Rush thingy, and there was a battle coming up, so I decided, might as well catch on the ropes as quickly as possible, see what I can learn, and participate. I participated. I started participating in voice chats too. There was Wubu, and things picked up from there.
So basically, you found it and then you just sold your soul to it, right?
That is a very blatant way of saying it, but you know what? I have a friend who says they sold their soul to be able to draw good, so I might as well sell mine. I don't see much use for it anyway.
Yeah, we don't really think your soul is that valuable, but okay. So, between all this time that you have been in the Hellforce, any specific moments you consider are your favorite in the Hellforce?
Honestly, all the time I've just spent in VC chilling with people. We were being one of the top participants, but that was years ago. I miss those times. I was just blessed to hang out with, to draw together with, one of my just favorite activities to have with anyone.
I mean, you are pretty known for your iconic voice in the VC, also like such a radio voice-like host.
Ah yes, the radio voice! Yeah, I've been told that... how many comparisons were there? People say that no, that was Rubo specific, who said that I sound like a host from the 50s. People again say, like you said, I sound like a radio host. There was another the type of my tongue, but I don't recall it. Anyway, I'm glad that at least it hasn't become an object of ridicule. Because I already hate my voice as it is. Or at least can we get on recordings, as Beasto mentioned.
I mean, your voice became a pretty useful tool that Bisto is clearly exploiting for this podcast series.
Yes, indeedy. And I am glad to be exploited. Actually, no,
Okay,
Sebastian. That is not a good way to phrase it.
write it down. Write it down.
Oh, god damn it! I'm
Okay.
getting quoted.
Anyway, and are there any people you consider good friends in the Hellverse?
Well, besides Vubu, who I have mentioned about 2 duodecillion times, an actual number, by the way, there is Zen, there is Beasto. It was kind of inevitable that we'd either rip each other's throats out or become friends amongst how much time we work together. There's Foxy, and I can sit pretty close at multiple others. There's many to name, but the major three are Beasto, Vubu, and Zen. In alphabetical order, by accident.
Well, I mean, those are pretty cool people, but not as great as me, I guess.
And if it's
Anyway.
the greatest!
Yes,
You're
thank you.
You're welcome.
If you had the chance to become any role in the Hellforce, which one would you choose? Maybe like leader, legend, owner, guardian, but you can only choose one.
I've been pondering this question for so long.
What
Because
kind of
usually-
powers do you want in the army?
Yeah, exactly. And that reminds me of the time I was offered a position as staff, like to apply and all of that. But, as you can tell, I kind of rejected it. So I kind of have the bragging rights of saying that I've come as far as any enough staff member ever has in the Help Force. Like, I think that's something to be proud of on my part. And I'd like to keep that trend going, so probably not leader or owner, especially. That is so much responsibility, and my time management and ability to focus or commit to anything is so bad that the Hellforce will die within 2 minutes tops. So probably legend, just more bragging rights. See how far I take it.
Well, given that description, I'm tempted to give you owner right now.
Help has been a traitor this whole time. He wants the downfall of the Help Force.
Yeah, scrap that, Biston. Anyway, what inspired you to become the podcast host?
Well, it's something that we've had in the works for a long time. It's been one of these ideas that has kind of been picked up and set down multiple times throughout the years. It was mostly just encouragement from Vubu, then Beasto, and eventually we managed to make it into something that lasts, longer and kind of works as its own format. This interview format is one of the best iterations, in my opinion. Not just because it succeeded, but, seeing the formula as is a really good source of content. So in hindsight, I'm glad we kept trying until we succeeded.
I mean, I am a personal fan of the podcast. It makes me realize how much I have done in the army, and also helps me remember many things too. With the many guests you have had over. Only that sometimes your voice, I do find it annoying. But what can we do about that?
Oh, damn, shoot me in the foot again, why don't you?
Yeah, pat. Anyway. Last year, I was told that you were given a role called the Messenger. Why? Can you let us how and why did you choose the name for that role? Why are you a messenger, and what's the message you're delivering?
That was shortly after I came back from a trip in Italy around June last year. And don't forget, I've watched the entirety of Death Note uninterrupted, like proper. And I was very inspired by the character L, my favorite. One of my favorite anime characters ever. And the entire vibe he had of this detective that just watches things through a secluded location through multiple monitors. I liked that aesthetic, that vibe, that presentation entirely. And decided instead of someone who observes, someone who sends out the signals, the message would also be able to carry that vibe, but in a different way. Also fitting with the role that I had at the time as the VC leader. So I decided, hey, adding a cool title like The Messenger to it might just put a neat little bow on top. So I went with that, and things just naturally progressed into what they were.
So you're basically confessing you're a psychopath.
I do believe I have quite the capacity for empathy, although then again, considering some of my family's history, it is possible that I might be a sociopath. Oh wait, no, that relates to... You know what? Psychopath, let's stick to that. I'm not prone to emotional outbursts. I'm a lot more methodical and manipulative in my ways.
Well, they always say the first step is acceptance. Anyway, what other hobbies do you, Mr. Psychopath, Mr. Samid, fill your day with?
They jump from time to time. I move from one obsession to another. It could relate to me just fawning over a video game like Scrap Mechanic, Terraria, the entirety of the Mega Man X franchise, to other things. Like, for example, my current obsession is camping. There's something about seeing this equipment that just folds and goes from small to big and big to small that tickles my brain in the right way. All the simple engineering into this so effective. I love it! So that's the current obsession.
I see, so basically you don't touch grass either.
Ironic because I was just talking about camping, but you know what? Yeah. Grass icky. The only grass I touch is the one I have for my cat that I forgot to watch today. Thanks for the reminder, by the way.
Well, looking at your profile picture, you are a character of Hasbin Hotel called Alastor, who is titled as the Radio Demon.
Befitting, isn't it? Salutations! Good to be back on the air.
And your voice actually does kind of sound like him. So, is your voice associated with your choosing of character, or are you just in love with Hasbin Hotel, or how did that come?
A little bit both. I have a friend whose name is Cherry. She's also a big fan of Hasbin Hotel, and recently our friendship got quite stronger by us fawning over the show together, and we decided to hang out a lot more often. And recently we decided to match pictures. If you could look in the upper right corner of the profile picture, you could see a little bit of Nifty. That part that is actually of the entire image that has Nifty is her profile picture. So we're matching. And she's also aware that I can do an impression of Alistair and a little bit of Fizzavali. So we decided it cannot be any more fitting.
Oh, I see. Lovely. And on that note, have you ever considered being a voice actor?
Oh, it's been a dream for quite a bit. I am working on a few projects, and there's many, well, at least 2 more that I could try to get my hands on, so I should probably get to working on that. Thank you for the reminder again. But yeah, I'm slowly inching my way towards that. I realistically speaking, I doubt that I'm gonna be making my bread and butter off of it, but a man can dream.
That's pretty good, actually. I hope you do get a career in something else than being a radio podcast and find your voice, actually. Now, this question is not mine, but I was told to ask you. But did you get hyped every time Visto DMs you for Hellforce events?
Damn, the elf doing something by others' command? What kind of weird Twilight Zone did we arrive into? Anyway, to answer the question, most of the time, yes, if time allows, because there's little things about my schedule, quote unquote, that is planned. Most things come as like a spur of the moment, like, oh hey, let's go out grocery shopping. Like, those who tell me to, go with them, usually my mother, have it planned out like maybe, but they tell me about 30 minutes ago, prior. So it's kind of hard to have plans be planned, so anything can happen at any moment. So it's more of, if time allows, yeah, I'm gonna be excited to do some more stuff. If not, it's gonna be a hectic mess, and I'm gonna have to constantly be running calculations in my mind like, will I have enough time to do everything? How do I not let anyone down? Things like that.
I get that feeling. So
Yeah.
you're basically saying you hate when Visto DMs you.
What was the name of that reporter who pulled that trick in that one interview? She was interviewing some sort of clinical psychologist. I forgot her name. I could have made a joke about, oh, so you're saying! But those who know the reference will figure it out.
Okay, so Visto, no, Sam hates you. Anyways, do Mom, Sam, and Rudy watch the Zipline radio podcast?
There'd be a lot of context to explain behind it all because, I mean, how there's a lot of things to explain about a podcast about an army that has a specific system in Club Penguin, which is a game that's been defunct since, was it 2017 or 19 that it shut down? 17, right?
I see. Yes. Meh.
Yeah,
Around that time, yeah.
yeah. And my mom's, more focused on our native language, Bulgarian, so it's gonna be not particularly the easiest experience to digest. So, not exactly.
Oh, pretty cool, pretty cool. Anyways, now we're entering the last part of the podcast, and we have some last questions for you if you're down to it.
Why the hell not?
Please, please first sign this NDA agreement that I'm giving you, and ignore the gun being pointed at your head, please.
What gun? It's like there's a Magnum Python .357 revolver that is actually mine that you're pointing at me. No, never. Anywho.
No, yeah, this is a very lovely working place. Anyway, any words you would like to give or tell our staff members and leaders?
Yeah, no, I won't tell you nothing, no, but what the hell is with this fine print? Hyperion Corporation, what is that?
No, just ignore that. Just sign it. Don't read it. The reading is too boring.
We work to earn the right to work. To earn the right to work. And signed.
Amazing. Very good. Thank you, Samit, for just selling all of your future incomes to the Health Force. Anyways, who do you think is the greatest in the Health Force? And please be careful with your answer and remember.
Elf is the greatest! Elf is the greatest! No, I'll be upon selling my soul to Beasto anyway, so you're kind of a bit slow to steal anything from me. You got duped! You got duped by Beasto! Anyway. I was contractually obligated to say Elp is the greatest a few times a day. So that was that.
Yeah, and let's just clarify to the audience that you're saying that out of your free will, right?
Free will. Who has any of that? I'm so glad I cannot do a Rick impression because that would have been too bad anyway.
That's what I'm saying. Who has free will in the motherland? Anyway, what ideas are you and Beasto planning for the future of the Health Force YouTube?
We haven't exactly tried to keep it that much of a secret. I certainly haven't due to my excitement, but we are planning to make some sort of format for Who Wants to Be a Millionaire, my favorite TV game show since I was 5 years old. Dang, I've been a fan for like 15 years. But anyway. So yeah, we're planning to have that pop out, and Beasto has been having a lot of plans for expanding the cast, not just in the podcast, but just overall what we're planning to do with the YouTube channel. We're really trying to make it its own entity that works in conjunction with the Help Force, but still has a bit of an identity of its own. So
amazing! I love that idea because then we can take more taxes from the people and the millionaires. Amazing! I love it. Well, anyway, any words you'd like to give out to anyone else that wants to try voice acting?
If we're talking about voice acting specifically, honestly, just look for connections. Mostly, it's full of connections. It's never like the point is for you to get to people who are making projects. Because if you're focusing on voice acting, you're not focusing on the main part of doing a project of your own. Like if you're making some sort of show or a game, voice acting isn't going to be the forefront. If that's what you're specializing in, don't do it yourself. Find someone who's already working on a project or who is the friend of a friend, things like that. The point is to get yourself out there. Make a resume, make some sort of voice reel, that's the term. I should probably get to doing that myself.
Oh, pretty cool. And
most importantly, do not crush yourself with high expectations. You don't have to be the next Mark Hamill or Kevin Conroy, bless his soul, to be good at voice acting. Or Jim Cummings or Tara Strong. Those two have such a fascinating repertoire of voices that they've done. Those two people have my undying respect, specifically. But yeah, that's all I can say specifically.
Well, good luck to everyone who likes to use their voice for something, as if not in protest. Anyway, I just got this letter from our member of our audience that says, "Hello, Summit. Do you have any enemies in the Hellfires?"
Other than myself, nope, not really. Should I have enemies?
Well, look, I'll show you this note that is made out from cuts from other magazines and words. So I don't know if this is a ransom or something, but I would be on the lookout if I was you.
Wow.
Anyways,
The craftsmanship of that letter is a dog ass that a 5-year-old made this. I'm gonna deal with this later. Be so
any
prepared.
words?
Oh, right.
Any words you like to tell the helpers in their glorious, gracious mother, so we can end this and go back home?
Gladly. Ladies and gentlemen, I may say this every time we finish an event or a big battle, but it has been an honor and a privilege. Upon joining, I had never expected things to go as far as they've come, and I'm genuinely fascinated and surprised in the most pleasant way possible that things have gone as far as they have. And I look forward to seeing what more will come for you, for me, for us in general. So stick around.
Now, and this one last surprise question because you are such a great guest. Any
Uh,
words of love and caring that you have towards Bisto?
I love you, Pookie. There is love and there is suffering. Yeah, that's right. Suffer, all of you.
Well, to end this episode for once and for all, and I hope the last episode, I, L, would like to wish you, comrades, a happy day in the mines, and I hope you're listening to this. I will put it in the speakers in the mines, and don't forget that Elp is the greatest. And yes,
Epic the
if you
greatest.
didn't really, yes, thank you. And if you hadn't realized by now, and because you are very stupid, yes, you just got April Fool. Thank you and good night.